Hey everybody, Sandy Carpin, designated broker, Remax Fine Properties. Getting a little chilly out there these days, so I thought I'd give you a quick little message, sitting by the fireplace, keeping warm. Hope you guys are staying warm as well. Hey, a couple of things. Obviously, we didn't have a sales meeting this month. In the past, as you know, we've always had our Christmas gala, holiday party, and unfortunately, we couldn't do that this year. But hopefully by now, you have received, or you will be receiving very, very soon, a beautiful gift basket that should be sent to your house on behalf of your Remax family, Remax Fine Properties family. So be on the lookout if you haven't received it. So that was our way of saying thank you to everybody, of course, and as we know, we love our agents. I just want to go a couple of things as the year is winding down. Zip forms, as we know it, is going away on the 31st, so that's less than 2 weeks. Zip forms, the way we know it, will not be functional for us. So there's going to be really two main ways you're going to get your papers delivered to you, if you will. One is through Transaction Desk, and the other is through SkySlope. SkySlope is coming along nicely, still a couple of flaws in the system, but Greg's been working with SkySlope, and they are addressing our needs on a pretty timely basis. So zip forms, the way we know it, will be going away. So you need to transfer and convert to either Transaction Desk and or SkySlope. Okay, so be aware of that. That's important. We're continuing, unfortunately, especially during the holidays, we're continually getting hacked, and a lot of us are getting emails, texting, phone calls. You all know by now we will never, Greg, Dell, Jamie, Sandy, staff, we will never contact you asking you to buy a gift certificate. Call me right away, I need money. You guys know that. And we'll continue as best as we can to put out an email alert when it happens. But even if you don't get that alert from us, just know we would never do that. Okay, we would never do that. So we apologize in advance. We always try to keep our systems secure, but you know, we all get hacked. And by the way, if you get something like that from a fellow agent, I can pretty safely say that it's not coming from one of our fellow agents either. So just be aware of that and be cautious when you get those things. Another thing that's been happening in our industry, and I'm seeing this a little bit more and more, is the use of MLS pictures on somebody else's listing. Unless you get permission from that listing agent to use their pictures, you can't do it because of copyright issues. So the best practices would be that if you want to use a picture, like for example, somebody just sold a property recently, we were the buying side, and now the buyers, who are now the owners, want to lease it. And I wanted to use their pictures to do a lease. And I had to call up the original listing agent asking if I could use those pictures. Otherwise, it's a copyright infringement, and a lot of things could happen. So the best practice is if you want to use somebody else's pictures for advertisement or for your own personal use or for MLS, you need to ask permission because it could be an issue about copyright issues, and that's becoming more and more of an industry issue. And lastly, is the use of the MLS Lockbox without getting proper permission also. As you guys know, and some of you have already been fined for this, if you use a lockbox without the permission from the listing agent and they report you, it's going to be a $500 fine. So whatever the requirements are in MLS, call lister, text lister, use showing time, you must get permission to use. You must follow those showing instructions. Otherwise, it's going to be a $500 fine if you report it. And that's been happening to some of our agents recently. So, and it doesn't make a difference what the owner says or what the seller says. It's the agent, the listing agent, that owns the lockbox, and these are all part of the MLS rules. So please be aware of that.
500 per occurrence.
And yeah, and it's $500 fine per occurrence. So if you go use a lockbox twice, that's 2 occurrences. That's a $1,000 fine that you could potentially be on the hook for. So just please be aware of that. We hate for that to happen. And finally, happy holidays, everybody. You know, it's been a crazy year. Good things are on the horizon. We all know that. You heard me say this before. The election's over. Viruses, the vaccines are on their way. Optimism is there. Business is still strong. People are still buying. People are still selling. Inventory is still low. Interest rates are still very low. Buyers are still in demand. And the holidays, I can tell you, have not slowed down our practices. So stay healthy, stay happy, wishing you the best of the holiday season. And there's more fun yet to come in your RMFP videos soon. So thanks, everybody.